Have you been diagnosed with nasal polyps? Contact Prism Clinical Research for more information about our nasal polyp study.
The Minnesota Wild pick up their 4th win of the season against the Winnipeg Jets. 6-5 your final score. It's time now for Wild Breakaway presented by Prism Research. With Tom Chorske, I'm Audra Martin. The Minnesota Wild closed out back-to-back games tonight. It was another gritty effort. They unfortunately watched a 3-goal lead slip away before eventually battling to grab a very big 2 points tonight, thanks to the game winner from Jason Zucker.
Yeah, another kind of nail-biter for the Minnesota Wild back-to-back nights. They let the Winnipeg Jets get out to an early, quick lead. Liney scores a one-timer from the slot right away, but by the end of the first period, Mikael Granlund had left his mark and had the Wild up 3-1. 5-2, almost into the third period, but they gave up that goal, and Winnipeg came storming back, and the Wild had to find a way to win, which they did. But the coach has seen this book before and didn't like what he saw, what he read.
Yeah, here's a look at tonight's final stats. It was the 19th win of the season when being outshot by their opponent. 36 shots on net for the Jets, 28 for the Minnesota Wild. 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. Silver lining, perfect 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. But that was about it as far as what the head coach was happy about with the team's effort tonight. Here's what he had to say following the 6-5 win.
Yeah, we weren't very good at all. Yeah, after the first period, I thought we got lucky. One of those games you got lucky.
Here's a look at the next 3 matchups for the Minnesota Wild. Thursday, it's the Columbus Blue Jackets. Then Sunday, an early game as they take on the San Jose Sharks. And Tuesday night, it's a Central Division showdown with the St. Louis Blues. But first things first, Columbus, we've faced them once before when they were the hottest team in the NHL. Things are a little bit different this time around, but they're still playing some good hockey, and the Minnesota Wild need to come out with a strong start against Columbus.
Well, they've got good goaltending in Sergei Bobrovsky, and they've got some really good, gritty players up front that provide some of their offense, and Hartnell and Saad and Foligno, and Cam Atkinson's having a great year, so he can provide some offense. They got into a 0-0 game tonight with Montreal. Ended up losing, so they might be a little surly about that. But yeah, it should be a closer game, or a lower scoring game is what I mean. I think the last 2 nights we've seen the Wild score a lot of goals, which is great, but I think they need to tighten down the defense and get back to some lower goals against.
It wasn't pretty tonight, but it was a win, so we'll take it. 2 big points for the Minnesota Wild, the 6-5 win. Hopefully they can add another one in just a few nights against Columbus. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, for Tom Chorske, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway, presented by Prism Research.